So let me explain what we're going to do today. We're going to do this song called the Celtic Jig. And there's something very unique about this song. It's like no other song we've done before. Can you tell me what's different about it?
As the dots.
Okay.
Well, it's 3 lines long, which we haven't done yet.
Okay, so it's longer than the
I have
songs.
an idea. If for example, if I, for instance, here,
Yeah.
I might play like, and then go.
Okay, so you guys are both on the right track. The difference in this song from the other songs we've been doing is the rhythm. So this song is in what rhythm?
Half, 3/4.
3/4.
So does that mean it's faster?
No, we're going to look at that.
The measures are shorter.
Let's look at the last song that we did, The Emperor's Fanfare. What was our time signature?
4/4.
4/4. Now let's look at one measure and how many notes are in one measure?
Oh,
4.
now I get it.
There's
the
4
other
notes.
one has 3.
3 what?
Notes.
3 notes.
Okay, good.
It's 3
That's why it
beats.
says 3/4.
Exactly. So this is called 3/4 because there's 3 notes for each measure. Or as you said, there's 3 beats. Usually when we do 3/4, there's a strong beat and a weak beat. What do you think would be the strong beat in 3/4 time?
The first beat.
You hear the strong beat?
Yeah.
So what's the strong beat?
Like
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're playing that kind of fast. We're obviously not going to read that fast, okay? The other thing that I also noticed when I was getting ready for this piece is usually in the corner we have all of our notes written
Yeah.
out.
Does this
Okay.
one not?
And
Oh,
this
it doesn't.
one, it doesn't have that. But what are some things we could do if we're not sure of a note?
we
Yeah.
could put like a reminder.
We could do a reminder, definitely. But what could we do today with just this piece of paper if we had to? We could. We could just flip back, right? And see if what note was that? Okay. So for starters, let's go through and just make sure that we can play all of these
and
notes.
say the notes as well, right?
What's that?
And shall we say them to remind?
Yeah, if you want to say them, I think that would be really helpful. And again, we're not playing in time right now or in rhythm, right? We're just going to make sure that we can actually play all these notes. So what note is that?
C.
Good. And our next note?
C.
Good.
I mean C.
C, I heard a harmony there. Yeah. Now the next one is
D.
D. And guys, that is awesome. Both of you guys went to your 3rd finger for D. Excellent job. Okay.
And E.
E, which is
D.
open. Right.
D.
D, and then
C.
excellent job.
And
A.
Good.
A.
Whoops.
G.
G.
A.
And once again, I want to compliment you guys. You're using your 2nd finger exactly right. Very nice.
C.
Very good.
C.
There you go. Nice
Then
job.
a D.
and another C.
C.
Good.
And then D.
D. D.
D. Good. All right.
F.
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 E.
E.
C.
C.
That's D.
D. Now, you were asking about that dot before. Since we're on this measure,
I've seen it on piano when I play piano.
yeah, what do you think it means? What are we going to do?
It's like when for piano, it's like you hold it and then quickly play the next notes.
You hold it. I like how you said that part. Yeah.
I just want to say something.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
I remember that like around here it explains the dotted notes.
It does,
Somewhere
it does.
back here, so we could just go back to them.
We could, but let's infer what we think it means. So we have one note.
It's clearly a quarter note. I mean half note.
It's like a half note, right?
It is a half note, but it has a dot after.
But it has a dot after it. And so how many beats is that note going to be held for?
3.
3.
3.
That's all it means.
So just 3/4 note.
It's equal to 3/4 notes. Now, here's what the formula is for it, if you want to know what it is. You take the note without the dot, and you cut it in half. So what's half of a half note?
Half of a half note, 1/4.
It's a quarter note. So then you take half and you add it to the note that doesn't have a dot. So if we had a half note plus a quarter note, we'd have 1, 2,
3/4.
3 beats, right?
Yeah.
But an easier way to think about it, like you guys were saying, is we're just going to hold that for 3 beats, right?
Yeah.
But if that's confusing, we went over it pretty quickly. Like you were saying, it is in the book, and it's right here.
The dotted.
And they talk about how to get that. And they don't really tell us about the half and all that business, but anyway,
It says equals.
yeah. But as you run into this more and more, it'll make more sense. Okay, so let's go.
So-
Keep going.
So then C, C, C.
It's all C's.
Then
D.
D.
That's a D. Let's keep
Then
going.
another E,
D.
D, C,
Good. Good fingering.
A,
Yep.
G,
Yep.
A,
Nice.
C,
Good.
C,
Another C.
G, D,
D.
E, F, E,
Uh-huh.
A,
What was my A?
G, A,
You guys said A, but I think I heard a G. Let's go back.
A,
Oh.
A,
A, G, and then
A,
A. So our last note is
A,
A. Good.
and it's for 3 beats.
All right. Good. All right. So let's try a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. So
So,
let's go. We'll go real slow, right?
real slow.
Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. So I'm trying to get that strong beat, right? So how are we going to make that note louder than the other notes? What could we do with our right hand?
Well, the right hand, just pull it back. And
Left hand you could
Yeah.
press harder.
Could. What do you mean by press hard? Which hand are you
Left-
talking about?
left-
Some
hand.
press.
Yeah.
Left hand press on the note harder.
I don't think if you press on this note, it's going to get any louder. But what if you press on that hand, on the right hand?
If you press on the string harder and pull it back more, it will make a louder noise.
There you go.
Like this sounds louder than, so this is louder than this.
Exactly. So let's do that. Let's make a loud C, and then we'll make a middle C and a really quiet C. Okay. How about right in the middle, just like a normal volume? What's our normal volume? Go ahead and play.
It's how
Okay.
you normally
Now try to make it louder. No snaps.
Snap.
Don't let it get snappy, but see if you can get louder. Good. And I can still hear that warm sound. Now let's get quieter. Nice job, guys. Really nice. All right, so now we're going to try a little rhythm. So we got 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. You guys want to try it? So 1, 2, 3.
4.
Go 4. Right? Ready? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Good. 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. So let's stop there. That was really good, guys. So when I'm hearing this, I kind of hear this as one kind of phrase or one idea. So let's play that again, and maybe we can go a little slower.
Basically, it seems like the C's are going to be loud in the first one. Just the C's. Like the C's that are half note.
Yeah, these
That-
are. That's going to be louder. That's going to be louder. That'll be louder. And that'll be louder.
Pretty much everything that the first line, like in the first little box.
The first note and the first measure.
Yeah,
The
measure.
first note and the first measure. I love how you said that. And you guys, I've seen in the music room, you guys have boxes for each of the beats,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's another way to think of it as well. Okay, so what tempo do you guys want to take it at? Try the same thing, a little slower, a little faster. How do you want to do it?
Well, I think we should not try it with the rhythm at first, because trying to multitask when you're just trying to song it the first time is kind of hard.
It's a lot going on, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're thinking of the rhythm and what note it is.
Are you still thinking of the notes? Do you want to go through the notes again?
No, like you know, you don't like. It's not like I've memorized the whole entire song by now.
No, of course not.
Like so you still have to look at the note.
Right.
And you're like, okay, I know what that is, and then put your finger where that is, and that and the rhythm can be a little bit hard.
Okay, so let's go through it again slowly, and we'll just count a little bit more slowly. Okay.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Get your first note ready. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Whoops! I heard a beat on 2. So let's try that again. We're just gonna go 1, nothing on 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice job, guys. Can you hear the melody in that?
Yeah.
Did you hear the melody? You know what I mean by melody? You can kind of hear what
Yeah.
how the song goes. Okay, this sounds really good. Now let's start here, and we're going to see maybe we can get from here to there. Right? So this is kind of weird. We're going to start on the third beat. 1, 2, 3, da. Right? So what's our first note?
C.
C.
And then we're going to jump over here, and what's our note?
D.
D. And then what's coming after the D?
A C, and then a D.
So this is pretty, this isn't that hard, right? This is all on the same string.
Yeah.
No big jumps, nothing like that, right? It's not going to be too hard. But we'll go nice and slow like we just did, right? So 1, 2, 3. So we're going to come in on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, let's try that again. We've never done that before. Let's try that again. So we're going to start on C, and we're going to go right to D. Ready? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. How about this? Let's that's a little tricky, I think, to hear. So let's start on this C right here. Okay, we'll start right on 1 like we normally do. See how that works. Got your fingers ready? All right, here we go. Who wants to count it? You still want me to count?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. 1. Whoops, let's go a little slower. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. What note is this again?
F.
Good. So let's try that going from the D to the F. Let's do that a couple times, just so it gets comfortable. Nice. Let's do that like 3 or 4 times, just to get from that D to that F, right? Yeah. And this is what I want you guys to do when you're practicing at home. If you run into something that's difficult, just repeat it a bunch of times until it gets easier, and then go back and try to do the whole thing again. So we'll start right here again, and let's see if we can get through this without getting hung up on that D to F. And I'll count nice and slowly like we just did. So we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. F, E, C, D. Well done, guys. Very nice. Want to do it again?
Sure.
Yeah.
From the beginning?
No.
Do you want to? I was thinking we could just keep working on this part until we get it, and then go back to the
like
beginning.
the transition
Yeah.
from.
And again, you know, we're getting towards the end of the year, so I want you guys to think about this when you're practicing over the summer, and whenever you're practicing anything like this. Wherever that hard spot is where you want to focus your attention, right? And work on that a couple of times, and then try it in the context of the rest of the piece. Okay, so we're going to start right here again, and we'll just run through it just like we just did. Ready? Anybody want to count yet?
No, you're- you're
Want to
not-
count?
You can count.
You were doing a pretty good job. You want to try it?
1, 2, 3. Wait,
Wow, guys, very good reading. Very impressive. Okay, how would you guys like to spend a couple of minutes? Would you guys want to work on it a little bit? Alone?
Well, if there's any like transit,
Wait,
like
I thought
hard
we were supposed to
transition,
show you
the piece that we made.
Yeah, you know what? We're going to do that in a little bit. Okay?
Yeah,
Thank you for reminding me.
halfway through.
Yep.
So we should-
Actually, we're going to do that at the end. We're going to do some writing before we do that, though, okay? Do you guys need any more help from me on figuring out how to play this song?
No, like the occasional thing where you think you put your finger down on a fret, but you just put it on top of the fret, like those occasional
Little
like
things like
it's
that.
little mistakes that you shouldn't be making, but they just happen.
They just-
They're gonna happen randomly, but other than that, I think we're pretty good.
Do you think we should play for yourselves?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I wanted to give you guys some time to work on it a little bit, and then, in a couple minutes, we'll play it again and see how it sounds. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to share a book or go separate places?
Want
Or
to share a book?
just share one?
Yeah.
And you guys can play it together or however you
Want to
want.
count us off?
And actually, while you guys are doing that, could you get out the music that you guys wrote for homework? And I'll take a look at that while you guys are doing this part. Nice job, guys. That sounded great. Okay, so this is in that stage where you just got to practice it at home and keep
Practice,
working
practice,
on it.
practice.
Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah.
So here's what I would like to do. While we're here, and actually, let's work up on this spot right here. You guys last week wrote a song in 4/4. What do you think I'm going to ask you to do this week?
Write another
Write
song.
another.
3.
In 3/4, exactly. Come on,
Yeah,
this.
yeah, you can hold it.
Let me show you guys a trick that I learned when I was writing music like this. If I want to, the more space I give myself, the easier it is to read, right? So if I'm doing 3/4, and I just kind of draw a line right in the middle of the page, now I know I have 2, right? And I can go C, D, C, and then maybe I want to try one of those notes with a dot, right? So this way, it's real easy. It's big notes. I don't have to make them real small and scrunched up. And you can, it's easier to read later, right? That's
There.
since this is D when it's open, if I play it on the first fret, that would be D sharp.
So the D sharp is this.
Yep, and all you have to do is move your finger up to there you go. Nice. And so the same thing for the A sharp would be on the first fret. There you go. Cool. How's that sound?
Okay.
Good. Good. Careful on those guitars.
Okay. What's the thing that says TAB? Should I just write over it?
No, that's actually for tablature, and that is where each of these lines is actually a string of the guitar. And then you write what fret you play on. If you count the lines here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're totally different. Yeah.
So you just like, where do you play the fret?
Yeah, so like that D sharp, I was playing on the 4th string on the 1st fret, so I'd write a number 1 on the 4th string. Right, and then
Just for the ones.
the A was we would go to the A string, which is the 5th string, and it was on the 1st fret. Right, yeah, give yourself a little space, there you go. And then
Just for the ones I don't know.
the next would be, there you go, that's how you write tab. There you go, you got it. And just to keep life easy, you would probably extend that line, your bar line down, so you could see, make sure they line up. How's yours going? Can you play it? I hear you humming it. You play it on guitar?
Sure.
All right. And count it off so I can hear the tempo and the time.
Sorry. Which is 1, 2, 3, 6.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What's that next note? 2, 3.
And then there's the.
Nice. Good. You wrote it exactly.
That's what I have
Very
so
nice
far.
job. That's great, and you wrote it very well. Excellent job. Now, what was the piece that you did for homework? Do you want to play that real quick?
Wait, which one? Oh, yeah, that piece.
Yeah, is it in the book here?
Yep, it is. Go. Wait. 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 I mean, I don't know if they should
Good.
repeat.
And then you have a big repeat sign.
So
Good.
then you repeat it.
And where would you go all the way back to the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay, good,
But
good.
actually, I might change it. I know what to do.
Ah, okay. So hang on. Actually, hang on to that thought, and let's give Max a chance now. Max, do you want to play what you just wrote out in 3/4? Hang on a second, yeah. Hang on. You want to try it out? So let's listen to Max now, and we'll hang on to that idea, okay? You'll remember it.
It's very short.
Okay, that's okay.
forget where you are. I think you're the 7th.
9th fret, actually.
9th.
There you go. Good. Good. And all the, yeah, nice job. All the notes that you wrote were accurate. Very nice job. And hang on, do you want to do your homework?
This
Wanna-
thing.
Yeah, you want to show us what you did? And Yadrin, come back. Yadrin, one more. One more song. Hang on a second for Yadrin. Come on back, please. All right. Whoops,
So-
start from the beginning and count it for us so we can hear it.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's this. Right?
Is this B? Looks like, I can't tell if there's a
7.
line in the middle. Yep, 7th, you're right. There you go. Good memory, yeah. Wow, cool. I like how you wrote that last rhythm. That's a really interesting rhythm. Very nice job, guys. Excellent.
Look what I added.
Okay. So just doing a repeat on the end. Very
Yeah.
cool. Guys, we are all done for today. Awesome job. For homework, let's practice the Celtic jig and keep working on your 3/4 composition and bring that back next week and we'll listen to it, okay?